I'm Earl Stewart. I welcome you to Earl Stewart on Cars Mystery Shopping Report.
That's Arrigo of Margate, and that is the Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram dealership.
Yeah, we all know Arrigo retired a long time ago, at least from selling cars. The fact that he leaves his name to Larry Morgan, the deception of car dealers, is it really worth it to keep some guy's name on a car dealership? Because the only reason you do it is you imply that it is that person that owns it.
It's like they got name recognition.
Yeah,
they've been there forever.
But
I'm wondering if it's more of a temptation to do even more outrageous things because it's not Morgan out there screwing you; it's Arrigo out there screwing you.
Margate, by the way, where the Arrigo's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is located, is near Fort Lauderdale. It's South Florida. I'm going to speak in the first person as if I were Agent Lightning and do the report. I arrived mid-afternoon, walked around a lot for about 8 minutes. When no one came out, I headed inside. Once inside, I noticed that no one was at the front customer service desk, but two salesmen were standing there by having, they were talking about lunch, and there was a sausage cart out front.
Oh, boy.
And they noticed me. And, and one of them asked, "Have you been helped yet?" I replied, "Nobody's helped me yet." Ronald introduced himself and asked me to follow him to his desk. He asked, "Do you have any vehicle in mind?" I said, "As a matter of fact, I was already looking online and saw your employee pricing. I really like this 2025 Dodge Ram over by the outdoor food stand." I took a picture of the window sticker. It was a new 2025 Ram 1500 Tradesman crew cab 4x2 with an MSRP of $49,455. I knew this because, hang on to your hats, this is good, the Monroney label was stuck to the window. Imagine that.
Wow.
In South Florida, for people who haven't listened to the show before, it is a law, you probably know, to have the Monroney label affixed to the window, but in South Florida, it almost never happens. They hide them. So that's a good sign, folks. The Monroney label is legally on the car. The addendum label, now we start to slide. The addendum label was also there. And of course, we call that the phony Monroney, and that's the label they put on cars all over Florida, especially South Florida, that adds BS to the price of the car and tricks you into thinking it's part of the Monroney label.
Looks like it.
That ended up added $599 to the MSRP. Ronald replied, "You're making my job way too easy today." He asked to see my phone so he could pull it up by the VIN. Ronald then asked me for my contact information and my license to enter into their system. He inquired, "What brings you all this far south?" I explained, "Well, we have doctors down here, and we're also planning on going to the casino. That'd be the Hard Rock Casino this evening." Ronald said, "Let me go get the keys, and we can take a closer look at this beautiful truck." After waiting for a few minutes, we walked outside to see and drive the vehicle. As we were standing there, it suddenly started pouring rain. We're getting a lot of that in South Florida now. And we ran back inside. I told Ronald, "I'm not really comfortable driving a new car that isn't even mine yet in this weather." He replied, "I understand," but offered, "Would you like me to show you our pricing?" I agreed. Ronald excused himself to speak with his sales manager, get some numbers. I asked, "Will the price be what it shows on your website for the employee pricing?" He asked, I just, every time I read this, I used to laugh and now I cry. He asked, "Is anyone in your house a first responder or in the military?" "No," I replied. Of course, you know why that is. There's a lot of discounts out there for first responders and for military. And I checked with my good friend Chat GP, and I said, "Chad, what percent of the adult U.S. population is military or a first responder?" And the answer is less than 6%. So 95% of the people that see the ad can't qualify. So anyway, he responded, it'll be close, and I'll definitely get the employee pricing we're offering.
Definitely.
There's another beauty. Does anybody really know what employee pricing is? A lot of people think it's a really good price, and a lot of people think it's what employees pay. But
Right, and it might be.
I waited for nearly 15 minutes before Ronald returned with his worksheet given to him by his manager, who was somewhere else. The top line was $49,455 MSRP. They took off $3,951. They added
It's like this game.
$2,995 for preferred PPP. I won't speculate. What does that stand for?
Preferred protection package.
Preferred, which last time we checked was stuff like fabric protection, wheel locks, usual BS. Then they added $599 for a window tint, $1,298. A little poetic license. Stu called it junkimentation fee.
Junkimentation fee.
Junkimentation fee, aka junk fee, and a $795. Here's a new name. $795 state fee.
That's got to be very illegal.
Clearly the implication is it's got something to do with the state of Florida. Clearly it does not have anything to do with the state of Florida. And the Stu said it's probably really illegal when you lie about a federal charge or a state charge or even a local municipal charge.
They had a separate charge on the buyer's or on the worksheet you can see on the that has for license. Your registration, and it was $250, and that's right in line.
Yeah.
$795 state fee. I can't think of anything that applies to.
I'll go out on a limb and say it's a lie.
Yes.
I added it all up. They wanted $51,191 for the Ram 1500, which was $1,736. $1,736 over MSRP. That's after the discount. So I asked, what happened to the employee pricing and the advertised $20,000 discount? Ronald explained, if you read the fine print, that's if you qualify for everything.
Oh boy!
That you're a college graduate and you're a Marine,
A realtor,
and you're a Navy SEAL,
a sugar farmer.
Right. I responded, well, the price on your website was $37,630.
Oh boy!
I mean, talking about a lie. I mean, and then another reason I'm excited, my blood pressure is up, is the state law in Florida. And I think it's the federal law, requires that the advertised price must be the price you pay plus tax and tag only, sales tax and license plate, government fees only. And here, the advertised price is that $20,000? Yeah, $20,000 less.
Yeah. She paid $51,000. Well, no, not 21. She paid $14,000 more than the advertised price.
Yeah, I mean, it's not.
You
even
can get a
close.
brand new Mitsubishi for the amount that they ripped her off for.
So I said, when I stated the obvious discrepancy in price, the salesman gave me a half smirk and said, I can talk to my sales manager, but this is likely the best we can do. I said, well, thank you for your time today, but I think I'll take my business elsewhere. I'm not liking the misleading pricing you're trying to pull, and I walked out the door.
I would fire those manager and that sales manager. I mean, well, if I told them to do all that evil stuff, and they let them walk away like that with a giant, that's like a 10-pounder that they walk.
Now, here's what the Chrysler's employee pricing is. Employee pricing is dealer invoice plus $200 admin fee. We know on this show that dealer invoice contains thousands of dollars in profit. And I got this from ChatGPT, and sometimes ChatGPT does not give you the greatest answer, and perhaps ChatGPT doesn't know about the thousands of dollars that are packed in the invoice prices in a collusion between the manufacturers and the dealers to make the customers think that the dealer cost is truly less than it is. the dealer invoice is not the dealer cost. It contains thousands of dollars in profit. And before the COVID thing, the average profit to the dealer of all cars, when you look at all the holdbacks and packed in the invoice prices, was close to $4,000. Mm-hmm. And every car we used to sell, virtually every car we sold, was below invoice. So now the employee price is dealer invoice. And it's the same thing it was back then as it is now. And the point is that adds to the fact that this is a collusion. And I'm just amazed that some sharp lawyer out there or law firm, I wish they were listening to the show right now. This has got to be the class action suit of all class action suits, because all the manufacturers and dealers do this. And think of maybe they're afraid to do it because it would destroy the economy of the United States if they went back and made the manufacturers pay back the lie about the invoice. They're letting the customers believe that the invoice is the cost of the car, and it's thousands of dollars less. And if that's not collusion, I don't know what is. Well, I guess we're going to vote on the mystery shopping report.
Here's ChatGPT's take. Solid D+. I'm going to be a little bit harsher. I'm giving them a D-.
D-.
Well, Nancy,
And Arrigo gets a F.
What say you, Earl?
I'm going to give them an F also, and I hardly ever give them. I think I've done it twice in a row. Larry Morgan really owns Arrigo, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Margate. And Larry Morgan is a good man, an honest man. Well, he's going to know what's going on at Margate, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, because I'm going to tell him that I hardly ever fail a dealership, and I'm going to send a copy of the mystery shopping report.
Hi, this is Earl Stewart. Thank you for watching this video. If you would like to be notified of new videos that we post to our YouTube channel, simply click on the subscribe button and the bell icon in the lower right-hand side of the screen.